Hi, and welcome to our continuing look on public power and how it can make the most of social media. I'm David Blaylock, here from the American Public Power Association, talking to our social guru, Sam Gonzalez. And for this video, we wanted to talk a little bit about Twitter, a platform that, of course, I see a lot of activity, but I also hear a lot of utilities say that they're a little uneasy about how they would use Twitter. So I guess first off, could you talk about why Twitter matters in this space?
So Twitter is great, I think, especially for connecting with reporters, connecting with other entities within your community. It makes it a great tool for joining conversations as they're happening. So especially during hurricanes and outages and things like that, Twitter is one of those places where a lot of people go to and tweet and share what's happening almost in real time. So you're able to share photos, videos. You can add up to 280 characters of text, which makes it sometimes challenging for people that want to write a lot. So you have to share your story and precisely and in a way that it doesn't get cut off. But yeah, so leveraging the hashtags, leveraging tags of accounts, it makes it a great tool, especially for connecting with reporters, because a lot of reporters are on Twitter. That's one platform where they shine. So it's a great tool for being able to share what's going on in your community as it's happening, but also just to connect with other entities within your community.
Could you talk a little bit about real ways in which people can use hashtags, kind of some key strategies with hashtags?
Yeah, so hashtags are keywords that have the pound sign in front of it, and basically anybody can come up with a hashtag, anybody can use a hashtag. The beauty of it is that you want to make sure that you're using the right hashtag. So in your community, for example, you want to make sure that, if like for us, we're in Washington, D.C., so we want to make sure that we're using Washington, D.C. with some of our content if we want it to be seen by people that are following those hashtags. You don't want to come up with hashtags that you're the only one using because then it limits your reach as well. But it is good to see when other people are using your hashtags as well. I would say definitely go on Twitter, look at what other utilities are using, or what other members in your community are using as far as hashtags. But you also want to use some industry hashtags, like if you're doing a solar panel, if you're doing a wind farm, you want to make sure that you're using wind farm as a hashtag, for example. But it makes it great because, again, people that follow these discussions on things like wind farms or energy storage can also see your content. So it really gives you an audience outside of your community as well.
Alright, sounds like there are a ton of avenues to use it and a ton of ways to use it. Could you kind of show us what it looks like when you're using it on the Twitter platform?
Yeah. So this is what Twitter looks like, and it's a little bit different than Facebook, but it's still a little bit similar. What you're having here is it's a feed of tweets from accounts that we follow, and it's basically you're just scrolling through and seeing what catches your attention. I always recommend using videos or photos instead of just straight text, because straight text is not going to be as appealing to the eye when you're scrolling through this. So you always want to make sure that you're including some sort of image, something that will catch the people's attention as they're scrolling through their feed. One of the things that's great about Twitter is what's trending area, which is right here, and this is basically things that people are tweeting a lot about throughout the day, right? So this is where whatever those topics are will pop up, and this will change throughout the day. It can be something that's fun. It can be something that's promoted as something as Pokemon Go, and then you'll see everything else that's on there as well. The nice thing, or the good thing about this, is that you can kind of see what things are trending, and it makes it a little bit easier also for you to participate in those discussions. So if you have content, if you have something that you can speak to in those discussions, in this case right now we're not seeing anything here that maybe we would want to even participate in, but it's something to keep an eye out to see where you can be part of that discussion. Now within Twitter, as you can see, you can have these keywords that are trending, but it's also sometimes you'll notice that they'll have a pound sign in front of it or a hashtag, and that's what makes them a clickable item, a hashtag. So in our case, we use public power, and that's what we encourage our members to use. And if you just do a search for hashtag public power, you can see all the different posts that members have tagged their content with. So this makes it a good place for all utilities, I think, to come in and see what other members are posting, to get ideas as to what are the things that they could be posting as well. Obviously, this is an ad right here that's being placed on there, but other than that, as you can see, we're looking at holiday posts and saving and energy saving tips as well. So it's a good place for you to come and look to see what members are doing, and also easily share content from here. So even if it's not your content, you can easily just engage with it by clicking on the little heart, giving it a like, or you can also just click on the retweet. And this is what we talked a little bit earlier about, how easy it is to share something that's relevant. And it can be something that you just do it in one click and retweet that, right? And that's it. It took place. Or you can also add a comment if you like. So let me find another example. So in this case, I can also give it a like, and then also include a comment here that I did if I wanted to. But they actually already took place. They already added the hashtags that I would add. So I'm not going to do that now. But it's a good place for you to come and look to see what other members are doing in Twitter. So what makes a hashtag fun to play around with is that it's clickable. As you can see, I just clicked on Community Power, and now it's showing me all the different tweets that are posted under Community Power from the members as well. So I can engage with it and share as the same. As I mentioned on Facebook, government entities, and we also post resources and tools, but you can also do a search for, like, the Department of Energy, for example, right? So if I just do energy, and it'll take me to their Twitter account. And this is great because then I can follow them and then just easily share whatever resources they have. So a lot of the times they'll share videos like these that are all about energy savings and whatnot, and just tips that are good for your customers as well.
And could you show us some examples of what some of our members are doing?
Sure. So this is one example on Twitter from Kinston Public Services. As you can see, they're sharing photos that they would also share on Facebook. So it's a lot like Facebook in that sense. One of the cool things about Twitter is the hashtags, and that's what you want to make sure that you're leveraging. In this case, they have a hashtag that they started using. It's A Kingston Christmas. So if I click on it, it will show me different posts that they're using, and hopefully it's also you can see that other accounts within their own community are sharing it. So in this case, this is a park that's sharing some photos. So it's cool in that sense, because then your content can be seen within your own community. So always look out for what hashtags are being used in your cities, in your states, so that you can be part of those tweets as well.
Right, awesome. So I know that we already have a lot of members who are already using Twitter, but hopefully we'll see that number continuing to go up. And with that, I thank you for watching this video on Twitter. We'll have more videos on other social platforms, as well as tips and tools that hopefully you'll be able to use in your public power community. So check back on this YouTube feed to see more.